Welcome to Game Corp, a bi-weekly podcast where we reach into the Imagosphere and pull out the next great game idea. I am the CEO of Game Corp, Bryce.
And I'm the CEO of Game Corp, Beckers.
Last time on this podcast, we made Historical Beatdown. How'd that do?
Okay, so this was a game that Bryce said that we couldn't put Hitler on the cover of. So because of that, nobody knew what it was about, and it didn't do good, because that's what it was about.
It was about Hitler?
In like 1/12 parts. Yeah.
So if they make a Mortal Kombat game and Sub-Zero's not on the cover, then it's not about him.
I'm just bitter. And I get to pick how the game did, so there you go.
Well, do you?
No.
Okay. Beckers, sometimes I open my computer and I go to twitter.com and I ask if there are any new game ideas.
Okay.
And it never replies. I assume this is because people haven't gone to twitter.com and used the hashtag GameAcorp to send us game ideas. So it would be cool if people did that. Or people invented a talking computer. Whichever comes first.
All right.
Okay.
Now that that's out there, give us game ideas. My first game idea is a submission. And this was submitted by my personal close friend Rachel with Cats. And it was submitted in April of last year. So finally it has ripened. It's been fermenting all this time, and now it's relevant to current events because this is the game idea. The game idea was simply Cats the Musical. And now they're doing a Cats movie, and there's Taylor Swift, and there's Gandalf and Idris Elba. It's like all famous people in this movie. So we gotta hurry up and make this game because it's been in production for so long that if we don't want the movie to beat us to it first, you know?
So my first question is, what famous people are we going to get for our one?
The same ones.
The same one? So is this going to be...
No. It's not the same as the movie, but we're going to have all the same actors and actresses.
So it's not based on the movie?
No.
Is it based on the Broadway musical?
Loosely. It's going to be based on... I saw Cats when I was younger. I went with Grandma Beckers, and when I was a little kid Beckers, and I'm going to loosely base off what I remember of that day.
How old were you when this happened?
I want to say like 11.
Okay. And to be clear, is this based on what you remember of the musical, or is this based on the entire day of you and your grandma hanging out and then eventually going to the musical?
Just the musical. It's going to be based on the musical. It's going to be Cats, the musical, the video game.
Okay.
Yes, that's the name of it. Cats, the musical, the video game.
Not the movie. Yes. Nothing to do with the movie.
Not Cats the Musical, the movie. Cats the Musical, the video game.
Even though the same people are in it.
Yeah.
Can it be an FMV game?
What?
An FMV game. FMV is short for full motion video. It's like they used to have games that were shot, like you would shoot a movie and then you'd make a decision and then a different part stuff would play.
Like Until Dawn, basically?
Well, yeah, Until Dawn, but if they shot it with a real movie. If they shot... Do you know the Netflix thing?
Yeah.
Bandersnatch?
Yes.
It's kind of like... Bandersnatch is kind of like an FMV.
Okay. No, it's not going to be like that because that's dumb.
Okay. Because we could just. It would
That
make
doesn't make for a fun game idea, I don't think.
it would
That's
make
just
production
like the movie.
very easy because then
It
we
would.
could just get a copy of the movie and then
It
just
would.
cut around. Be
Yeah,
like,
and if they choose the choice that doesn't happen, you just like don't listen.
then you just get a game over screen.
Yeah.
And all the choices are like, you just get a prompt of like, you're having emotions, and then a little prompt of like, do you want to sing about it? And then you select yes or no, and then if you select yes, the next scene plays. If you select no, you just get game over.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, if we're not doing that,
We're
then
not
what
doing
are we?
that.
What are we doing?
So, do you know what Cats the musical is about? What the plot is about?
I have seen the trailer for the movie, and that is all I know.
Okay, so
And-
here's what it's about, Bryce. It's about Cat Nirvana.
Okay, like, is that the band?
Like no. Like the religious belief where when you die you go to Nirvana and it's like heaven, I guess. I don't
Okay,
know.
did
Listen to me.
did
I
they
don't
just
know
not
anything.
want to say the words cat heaven? Is it because cats
No,
don't
because
go
it's
to
not
heaven?
really. It's not really cat heaven. I don't know, because it's like super like exclusive.
So it's like a VIP. Well,
and
to be
we all
fair,
know all cats go to heaven because all
Yeah.
dogs go to heaven. So it's like not the same.
I'm
so
pretty
here's
sure
the
the
deal.
plot of All Dogs Go to Heaven specifically said that cats didn't all go to heaven because there
This
was
is like we'll make that game next week.
okay.
So
So
so it's about
what's the requirement to get into cat nirvana?
I'm not even gonna lie, that musical was really, I thought it was terrible. Like it didn't really have a plot. Everybody was just singing and then somebody gets chosen. That was it. Right? So this is what we're gonna do.
Is it a talent competition?
This is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Okay. I have an idea and I like it. I'm ready. It's cat. It's so you're all regular cats and you all are gonna battle it out to get to cat nirvana. But only one of you gets to go.
The second you said battle and the fact that this involves multiple participants, is this a battle
No,
royale?
It's not a battle royale.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Exactly?
the thing is, cats have 9 lives. So what you have to do is you have to be the first cat to spend all your lives to get to nirvana.
So you have to be the first to die
Catvana.
9 times. So it's like a reverse battle royale?
Sort of. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sure. But you have some things that you can't help, like you're always going to land on your feet.
Okay.
Like, I haven't thought of this out this far, but I actually don't know. I just know cats have 9 lives. That's a thing we can put in there.
Okay.
Also, it's a musical, right? It's Cats the Musical, the video game.
Okay.
So is this also a rhythm game?
Maybe?
Yeah, I think it's a rhythm game.
Okay.
So
you have to dance while trying to kill yourself 9 times?
yeah,
How do you
like maybe you are dying of cat leprosy, and you have to get to the other end of the room. But there's a bunch of leprosy cure all over the floor, so you have to dance. You have to dance to get around all the leprosy cure.
So you have to there is something I don't why do you have to get to the other side of the room?
I don't know. Because a veterinarian is coming after you to cure you, so you have to run away from him. But also there's leprosy cure everywhere. So you're like, no, let me die. And you're dancing around in rhythm to the songs in the musical, which is now the video game. I don't remember them, so we're going to have to make some new ones up. Like, don't touch me with your healing hands. Like that song is going to be in there. Is
Is it a dancing or a singing? Because I I guess of the trailer, I saw them do a lot more singing than dancing.
That's because Taylor Swift is the main character, and that is her specialty. Is she can't dance too great, but she can sing okay.
I went to a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, she danced.
I don't remember if she did a lot of dancing. I know there was a lot of dancing. She also did have a lot of dancers available so that she could probably do just the singing.
And they can move her body for her.
I want to talk about this. I got VIP passes for this Taylor Swift concert. It was the first concert I ever went to. And I got the VIP ones, and with the VIP ones, you get very good seats. I was close to the stage, but during the concert, at one point, the stage rose up into the sky, and I was staring at the bottom of the stage, which was just a big contraption. It wasn't like see-through. I couldn't see her up there. I was just like looking and like, Taylor Swift is above me, I guess. She's probably doing some cool shit. If I got worse seats, I could see what was happening. But because I'm VIP, I'm losing this Taylor Swift experience. And I'll never forgive you for that, Taylor Swift. I am against her to this day. So if you play as Taylor Swift, you can't win.
And then your next life either could be a singing rhythm game because you want to try and get shot by your neighbor. Okay. So you just want to caterwaul into the night until he shoots you. So you have to sing the loudest and hit all the notes correctly to make the most worst tune to annoy someone into killing you. That's the next
Which
one.
Would be very easy for Taylor Swift.
Oh, I think you need to calm down.
Maybe Taylor Swift should have calmed down with her rising into the sky, like some sort of fairy tale.
She was getting chosen.
If she had done a thing where it was just her rising to the sky with some sort of ropes and pulley system, that would be great. But she took the whole stage with her, and I can't see through a stage, Taylor. I can't do it. I tried.
What are some other rhythm games? There's like, hold on, let me think.
There is
Guitar Hero.
Oh, sure.
What were you gonna say?
I was going to say Enter the Gungeon, which is not, but there's a game that is the one. It's a roguelike, and you have to move in during the beat to do the punches good. And then they made a new one and they put Zelda in it. And one of them, the Zelda one, has the word cadence in it, and I know that much, and I'm blanking on every other concept. If you know what I'm talking about, go to Twitter and tweet at me and say, and do it now. Just like know that I need your help now and tweet it at me, please, because I cannot do it.
So if you're listening to this, you're like 2 weeks too late to help. So,
but maybe you telepathically. Let me check Twitter.
If you 2 weeks from now, if you're listening to this, you're gonna remember that you felt an itch before, and this was it. This was it. This was the itch.
Okay, Guitar Hero.
This was a thing you thought you had to do.
So I have a feeling somewhere Bryce is just making a real fool of himself.
Yeah, that's generally true.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a game that's like called Taiko Drum Master. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It's like one of those big ceremonial drums that they have in Japan. There's a rhythm game based on it, and it's really fun. Okay?
Is it an arcade?
So you go like this. You go... Yeah, so that's a rhythm game. We're going to do that, but it's going to be a trash can lid.
Does that happen in the musical?
Yes. The musical, the video game, yes.
Okay, I think you're just kind of trying to riff off some rhythm game stuff, but I think I think for me to
It's
really
all
help
part of the
here,
bigger picture.
I think you need to tell me everything you know about this musical.
I already told you. There's a bunch of cats,
Okay.
and nothing really makes sense most of the time. They're singing. There's one old lady cat that they're all like, yeah, I don't like her. She's gross.
Who's the
And then
main
she
character?
comes out. There isn't one. There's just a bunch of cats. And you meet them all, but none of them's the main character.
Hello, this is Bryce from the future. We've got flying cars and stuff. It's awesome. But also, in the future, I know the information that Becker's spoils the ending of the Cats musical. So, if you would like that to not happen in your timeline, skip ahead 54 seconds. If you would like to stay in this timeline, then do nothing. Thank you, and don't forget that thing that you're going to forget, because if you do, oh god, the ramifications. There's so many.
If anything, the main character is the pariah cat, the old lady that everybody's like, she's gross.
Isn't she played by like Meryl Streep?
I don't know.
Okay. And then
she comes out towards the end of the musical. Finally, she's like out on stage and she busts out with the most meaningful power ballad out of nowhere that I've ever heard. And it's completely out of place. It feels like she's just spilling her soul on stage and it's beautiful. And I'm like, what the fuck? And at the end of the ballad, everyone's like, whoa. And then she gets chosen to go to Cat Vana. And then everyone dances on stage. And that's it. So spoiler alert.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warnings. Yeah, but that's literally what it is. It was so weird. It's just cats around.
I want to make it 100% clear here that I'm pretty sure that the Cats the musical is a talent competition. This is some American Idol stuff, but with cats. And if you do real good, then you go to cat heaven.
As long as it's still a rhythm game.
Okay.
You gotta play DDR at the same time as you sing and hit the notes.
Okay, so yeah, we'll give them a dance pad and a microphone, and they've got to do both at the same time. You have to play DDR while singing the song, and if you do, and it's a battle royale. And
I have an idea.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, maybe I should save this for another game, but you know what? We're here, so we're doing it now. We're gonna make. It's.
Yes?
I was just thinking to myself, why haven't they made like the ultimate rhythm game where you do the DDR with your feet and then you're banging on a drum with your arms and then you're also like playing the harmonica? Why haven't they done one where you do all the stuff at the same time? Why? I feel like the Japanese would love that.
So like a one-man band simulator?
Yeah. This is it. It's like the one-man band simulator, also you're a cat. And then you go to Cat Vana.
Oh, okay. So maybe we can sell them cat suits that they have to wear while playing the game so that we can track their whole body so that they have to dance and we can track it.
It's funny because when you said cat suits, I thought you meant like just decorative. But no, they're literally called cat suits. The suits that cover your whole body.
Oh, no, awesome. I meant it is going to have fur. You are going to look like a cat.
Yeah. It's going to be a cat suit. For Cats the Musical, the video game.
Yeah. And the disc will be like $20, but the cat suit is $800.
And we're going to have to come up with more games to wear this cat suit in. We're coming out with a new motion thing.
Yep.
It's going to be good.
Cats the Musical 2. They actually made a canonical sequel to Groundhog's Day that is a VR game. And I feel like we need to do that for Cats.
And sell a groundhog suit.
No. We need to do that for Cats the Musical too, so that when people watch the Taylor Swift movie and are like, that is awesome. I want to know what happens next. They'll have to buy our fursuit and see what happens next with our game.
Oh, it is a fursuit, isn't it? Oh, we're making furries. Yep. We're here. We've done it. It's going to be high quality cats soon.
Isn't there like a cat that does not have fur?
Yeah, it's called the Sphinx cat.
Yeah, we'll get one of those, and those will be even more for the people who don't want to be furries.
They'll be unpleasantly pink.
Yep.
And they'll feel, I've heard that petting those cats feels like touching a penis.
So I have a game idea. And it is a game set during the Second World War, where you run a film studio, and the American government has come to you, and they say, hello, we need your help to win World War II. And you go, I'm just a film studio. I make that crazy black and white, or maybe colored. Maybe it's around the time where they got those talkies, because that was that happened. They had both. You got access to both the color and the talkie experience, but you still do occasionally have a guy come and play piano during the movie to really like liven it up, because you forgot to do that while you were filming. So sometimes you send out. I'm making a reference to where they do that, and it was hilarious.
It's a really good reference. Good job.
Okay. So American government comes and says, we need your help winning World War II. And you go, how? And they're like, we need you to make a movie making fun of Hitler. And that's how you're going to do it. So that's the game. You run a film studio, and you have to make a movie that makes Hitler look like a real goof troop, so that everyone, all of his army, all of the people, the entire German nation is just like, what? This is what Hitler's like? Man, I'm not gonna, we're out. We're done. Honestly, we're gonna kick.
We're gonna make a propaganda film about how Hitler's not a good guy.
Yeah, well, no,
because there's not a lot of real information out there about why we shouldn't like Hitler. There's really like scant evidence about how he's not a good person.
No,
so we need to make some up.
No. See, I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be like, hey, do you guys know that killing Jews is bad? Because like,
no. It's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be like he brushes his teeth and then he drinks orange juice.
No, I just here's my what I think I would do in my playthrough is that we would take a speech that Hitler did, and we'll put up like, I think it would actually be very good. We'll do it as a fake documentary. Like
mockumentary.
Yep, like The Office. And it'll be like a retelling of the Hitler campaign. And we'll market it as a documentary in Germany. And it'll be like, here's some unedited footage of Hitler's first speech. And like, the entire time he's just farting. Between every other word, he's just farting. And then people are like, wait, what? And then we'll just be like, they did make some audio corrections for the version that was released to the public, but here's the unedited version. And it's just like, hello, I'm Hitler. And I believe in. I'm making it with my mouth. I really should. I have a special technology to make fart noises, and I haven't made it. I didn't plan for this. I'm sorry.
I just want to say that whenever I come up with Hitler games, Bryce gets mad and he says, well, make sure you don't do it too bad because then we won't be able to air this on whatever, the media, whatever. And then Bryce comes up with a Hitler game and he's like, what if Hitler farts? It'll be so funny. I can't even describe how much I hate this. The fart soundboard.
Hey, Beckers. Hey, Beckers. That was one of mine. I recorded one of mine.
You did not. You did not. I refuse to believe that.
It was before a podcast, and I farted, and then I had the audio edited and added it to my soundboard, and it sounds like this. That was me, Beckers. That was me.
Oh my god! Please stop.
But then but then when you're playing the game, you can do it and have Hitler make the noise. Beckers, how would you make Hitler look like a real goof 'em up?
I would make sure that
What's your film about? Give me the plot.
whenever he walks out of the bathroom, we're gonna like record it, and one time he'll have toilet paper on his shoe, and we're gonna say, "Look at him! Look at that!
Look at him!
Look at that! He got toilet paper on his shoe. What a fool!"
I think to make it really effective, you need to not point to it as much. You just need to just make it look like you're not making a big deal about it. He's just a big dumb person. And why would you allow a farting man to be in charge?
I feel like, you know how he had that mustache, right?
Yeah.
I feel like just watching him groom it would be funny, because you know how people make that face whenever they work on things about their face, like they're like, I don't know. This is not going to be good for our audio listeners, but it's really funny. Like, you should be laughing right now. Just laugh. It's fine. Look at that.
Charlie Chaplin did his. He made the funny one that made fun of Hitler during those times. I don't know what he did for his. I do know that he dressed up as Hitler and had that mustache. And beyond that, I don't know. I know it's called the Dictator, and that's it. But I'm sure he did real good at the video game, because people do know about his. And then also to Taika Waititi, it's bad. I can't say his name. He's a cool dude. He directed Thor Ragnarok, and he's making one which is a spoof of Hitler. He's making one about a kid that his imaginary friend is Hitler, and he is the Taika Waititi is playing Hitler, playing the imaginary Hitler.
There's gonna be a part where his shoelaces are untied and he trips.
Yes.
Got him.
It's gonna be be all presented. It can't all be just him. Okay.
No, because the people talking during this time or whatever, it's just gonna be like in the background. Like his generals are like, yeah, war and stuff. And then you just see the camera just goes over their shoulder and zooms in on Hitler walking with his shoelaces untied, and then he just trips. Then he looks around to see if anybody notices. It's gonna be good.
And just like imagine watching this in theaters, and you just kind of like looking like, imagine like if you're in Germany and watching this, we'll get it by, because we'll promote it as like like, hey, this is about how Hitler's real cool and we love him, and it's about his great rise to greatness, and then it just
from the floor because he tripped.
And then you go see the movie because you think he's cool, and then you watch and he's just a real goof 'em up. And then you're like, you want to laugh, but also it's Hitler, so maybe you're a little bit scared. But then if enough of you laugh, if you can get that theater to laugh, you win the game, because that's the first step of revolution.
So we got to put some plants in there.
And just to like increase oxygen.
No. The kind of plants that means like a person, a human, planted. That will be like...
We're gonna crossbreed some people with a plant to fight Hitler.
If I'm gonna make it through the rest of this podcast, we better move on to the next game. Because I'm already like... That was a lot out of me right there.
Before we go on to the next game, can we talk about our investors?
I guess. I'm just kidding. All right, yeah, we can. Okay, so I'm here. It's Becker's time. Now lean in real close and put your earphones deeper into your ear. Okay. We
Go
have
on.
investors. We have investors like Erin C, her hair's really shiny and she's cute, and I really appreciate everything that she does for this podcast. And if you want a shout out like Erin, you too could go to lastgeek.com. I'm sorry, patreon.com/lastgeek and sign up to be an investor for GameMake Corp. And then you can put in there that you pick the one where we say your name on the air, and then we'll say your name on the air just like that. And I'll tell you that your hair is shiny. Or probably something else.
Also, it is August. This episode is airing during August 2019, and we have deemed that Patreon month. We are trying to get 10 new patrons. So, do you listen to this podcast? Are you hearing these words right now? Well, if you are, you can help support these words by going to patreon.com/lastgeek and giving us $1. $1 will help keep this on the air. And, it helps support our time. It helps support the hosting to get it out there to the people and all this stuff. And for that $1, we will reward you with bonus content. We have like half of a live show from last year that went up. There were some issues with it, but it's there. You can
enjoy. It was
enjoy.
really good though. The good half is there.
Yeah,
the good half's there.
There is a part where we talk about Thanos cutting cows in half, and it's very good. I
listen to that when I feel like we don't do good podcasts, and then I listen to that and I'm like, yeah, we do good podcasts.
And that is exclusive to patrons, and you'll get the old content, the new content, and it's all there for you. And we'll have a new one coming out. And for that $1 a month, you get all the old content, all the new content. It'll be great, and you get to know that you help support the show. There's no $2 tier. For the $5 tier, you can get a shout out on either GameMake Corp or Race at Gamecast, but obviously you're listening to this show, so you would select the GameMake Corp. Or what if you want both? That would be crazy. Then for $8, you can get a shout out on both Race at Gamecast and GameMake Corp. For $20, you can get digital mail. We'll send you an email, and maybe you want to hear that your hair is shiny in a text form. We'll do that.
Yeah, and I'll spray my perfume on my monitor before I send it, like in the old letters.
And for $30, we will send you an actual physical letter. When was the last time you got a letter that you were excited about? $30, we'll send you one every month, and she'll put the perfume on the letter instead of her monitor, which is probably better for the letter than it is for her monitor.
Bryce, I don't have any perfume. Don't tell them that.
Well,
I'll put a sticker on it.
For $30, she'll go buy some perfume, and it'll be great.
And stickers.
Also, for Patreon month, we have a big announcement for you, our listeners, and all the people. We are now doing Let's Plays. Every month, we're going to have a cool Let's Play of different games like Overcooked 2 and Move or Die and Monster Prom and all the great stuff. and the patrons will get to see it a month before everybody else. So do you want to see Move or Die? Well, it's out. Go watch it if you're a Patreon. Otherwise, you got to wait till next month. And like all the good content will be like all the Patreons will already be spoiling it.
Someone else will have already had their fingers all over it, and that'll be weird.
Yeah. It'll be like Cats the Musical. You already know how it ends.
Yeah, because I told you.
Yep, and no one wants that. So, hey, please consider just spending $1. For $1, you get the exclusive content that no one else gets to see, and you get access to the Let's Plays a month early. And then, feeling really generous, $5 gets you a shout out. Thank you very much, and see you next Patreon shout out. Beckers, what's your game idea?
Oh, I was supposed to have a game idea? I'm just kidding. I got one. All right. So this one, it came from a random thread on Reddit because that's what I do in my time that I'm not podcasting is I'm on Reddit. So it was an uncomfortable facts Reddit thread. And this idea came from some people who don't know they gave it to me, but their names are Sith_Rocks and Walking Ball of Tension. And they don't know that they're getting shouted out right now, but they are.
What if they listen and they did not like you?
That would be insane. It would be like their podcast people are following them, and we're definitely not following all of you guys everywhere. Did you know that sharks eat their siblings before birth, and that there's like 100 of them on average? So we're gonna make a shark fetus battle royale.
Okay, so how does that work? Did you look into it at all, or did you just take this Reddit thread's word for it?
I gave it some thought. I put some game juice into my head, and I swished it around, and now this is what I'm spitting out.
But you don't know how sharks work. Because I was going to ask questions of like, are they all swimming around inside of the shark, or do they then get out of the shark and then attack each other?
Yeah, so what happens biologically is they all start off as little eggies, little shark eggy things, and as they grow,
to clarify, this is all your best guess and you have no idea.
No, I googled it and I read a sentence.
Okay.
So some of this is a little extravagant.
This is summarized based on one sentence Becker's read on Google. Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me more.
Never doubt me again. So they start off as little shark eggs, little eggies, and then they grow and they hatch, and some of them grow faster than others, and the bigger ones eat the littler ones, and then only the strong are actually born. In our game, it's going to be one, but I'm pretty sure more than one gets born.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that bigger fish eat the littler fish game, but it's inside of a shark womb. So it's going to be like one of those cool indie games, right? And we're going to make like the edges of the screen a little dim, and the background is going to be like pink because you're in a shark womb. It's aesthetic. And all the 100 little players, they're going to start as little eggies. And obviously at the start, when you're a little eggy, you can't eat other eggies, right? So you got to eat the little nutrients. And the person who eats the most little nutrients gets the biggest. And then they hatch first. And then they can start eating little eggies. Right?
There's a game like this that exists, but it's like with fishies. There's a battle royale with fishies, and then you gotta get bigger. Or is it fish? No, it's a ball. It's something. There's a deal where you get bigger by eating other players, and then you gotta avoid the really big players because they're trying to eat you, but they move slower. It's a mobile game. Not a mobile game. It's a browser-based game.
Well, we're gonna just pretend you didn't say that, and we're just gonna keep making this game.
Okay. But this one's gonna have sharks. That one had like balls.
Yeah, and it's gonna take place in a womb. I bet nobody's done that. So
no,
fuck
I'm
off.
pretty sure. What makes what does the wombness bring to the
aesthetic?
Yeah, well, to the gameplay.
And I also feel like it's going to bring out some political issues. But that's fine. It's happening. It's nature.
I'm not sure if it will bring out that, but okay.
I don't know. It's going to be like a cute little game.
I don't think any time a fetus is mentioned, people are like, no.
I feel like that's absolutely the case. But
Just somebody really hates fetuses, but I don't think that's the general, belief.
it's fine. Fetuses eating other fetuses. It's going to happen. It's
Yeah.
like when twins eat other twins, but times 100, right? So you're
Yep.
going to eat the other ones. And like, you get...
Go on.
You get bigger until you can eat the other ones. But there's other stuff in there that you can eat that give you power-ups.
Like,
and there's bad stuff. Okay, I got this. I can do this. So there's going to be like a can of hot sauce or a little bottle of hot sauce.
how
And it
did
doesn't
hot
look-
sauce get in there? Pollution?
Mama Shark likes Chipotle with hot sauce. Okay?
Can the Baby Shark theme song be playing the entire time?
Yes. Yes. That's the song that's just going to play in the background. Oh my god, yes. It's just going to be the Baby Shark song. Oh my god, this is the best idea you've ever come up with. Okay. So Baby Shark is going to play in the background. If you eat a little hot sauce bottle, you're going to shrink a little bit. So you have to be thinking really fast and eating all the right stuff and avoiding all the wrong stuff. Yeah, avoid the hot sauce bottles. But then there's also going to be like, I don't know, something that turns you invisible. And you know where you are, but nobody else does. Do you have any other power-up ideas?
I have some ideas about how the power-ups work.
Okay.
Here's my idea. So you're like, oh, there's hot sauce there, and I'm thinking there's just a bunch of different food stuff. Like maybe there's some cabbage, and maybe there's like beef or whatever, and then you have to eat, like, if you eat the beef and then some noodles or something, then you'll get the beef noodle power up and stuff. So you need to eat specifically those things in that order, and then you'll make the meal that will give you super speed or whatever. But if you just eat beef, you get nothing. If you just eat noodles, you get nothing. But if you eat noodles and then hot sauce and then like an orange, you get nothing, because that's not a meal. That's just random shit.
But if you eat hot sauce and then you also eat chicken, you get a speed boost because you're on fire or something. But if you eat 2 hot sauces in a row, then you shrink in size because that's not good for you.
Beckers, can I completely change everything about your game?
Absolutely, please do.
Okay, so can we make a chef battle royale where throughout the world, it's 100 chefs drop?
I kind of thought it was still going to be shark related, but
No,
I guess we're just doing a new game now.
I wanted to do this thing with the food, where you have to run around. So you'll have to scavenge for food. There'll be berries and, I don't know, a farm, so you could go get some cows and stuff, and maybe, yes, you have to go around getting the food and then cut it up and make meals, and depending on what meal you make, you'll get different abilities or something. So maybe if you're able to make hot sauce, if you can get all this stuff to make hot sauce, then you'll have fire breath, and then you can attack the other chefs with that. Or maybe you'll make something that'll make you real fast. I don't know what food would make you fast. What's a fast food?
Runners eat a lot of pasta like right before the race. Not right before, like the night before.
I think it should be French fries, because every fast food place has French fries.
Fast.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Why? That was awesome. I need to get a soundboard. Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah, so that's your game idea. What should we call it?
We should call it, okay, these are two different games. Mine's Shark Fetus Battle Royale. Yours is gonna be, I don't know, Iron Chef ripoff. Well, no, because it's a battle royale after. Like, you make the food and then you battle, right? Based off the food you made?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll call that, we'll call that Tasty Fight.
That's not bad.
Food fight.
Ooh.
What the fuck?
Have we
It was
not,
right there.
although have we not made something called Food Fight? That seems like something we would make.
I feel like there's like a 80% chance we made Food Fight already, but this is our new Food Fight.
Yeah, games get rebooted all the time. You got like, hey, this is Halo again. There's three, there's God of War 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's just God of War again. We came back around, even though this is an unrelated product. Speaking of make food,
Good job.
some person named James Turner on Twitter, James Turner _42, posted game idea, Kirby files tax returns, and then there's a cute little picture of Kirby on a computer. And then our listener, Suburbanite Slob, tagged us in it. So that means we're allowed to use this idea thanks to your abilities. So
He has unlocked the game for us.
yes, we can't do it, but our listeners can. If you see a great game idea, just drop us in there, and then we're able to use it. Kirby files tax returns. Now this seems, it's just, you're just like, okay, so it's just TurboTax, and sort of.
Turbotax.
But also,
Oh boy, that's it. I like that name.
Okay, there's a thing about this that makes it hard, and it's the fact that for every job that you have to file another W-2. So this means every time Kirby sucks someone up, is now a firefighter or a Fox McCloud or all the different things that you can be when you suck someone up and take their hat, and now you're that character.
I think there's a word. There's some kind of job-related word for when you suck somebody up.
I would love to hear it. Please tell me what it is.
I can't think of it, Bryce. Maybe you could help me out.
Oh, hold on. I've got it right here.
That's not funny.
Why'd you laugh?
It's not funny because I'm Whenever something like that happens, this song just plays in my head. It just goes, all around me are familiar faces. That song. Yes, that's the song that plays in my head when I just want to be out of this world forever.
So it would be weird if you had to guess what jobs Kirby has, because he can be a lot of things. If he just eats them, then he is them, which seems weird. Also, is there more than one Kirby? Does that ever happen in his home planet? What happens if two Kirbys eat each other?
If you select two different Kirbys on Smash Bros, one of them, there's more than one on the screen, and one of them's a slightly different color. So my answer to that is yes. There's more than one Kirby.
What happens when they eat each other?
Well, only one of them could eat the other one first.
And then?
If you eat Kirby, you eat everything Kirby's ever eaten. It's like, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so I think you play through a battle arena. You have to fight all the stuff, and then at the end of the level, you then have to file your taxes. So if you have beaten the level by taking over everybody's powers, which will make it super easy, because then you can use all of their weaknesses against each other and did the cool stuff. That's gonna be a hard tax process. You're gonna be okay. I was a sword master, and then I did like some fire stuff, and then like I was a chef. The Kirby can do a chef thing. That's a lot of taxes. That's a whole process. And then also I ate another Kirby, and then I had to like, what did he do? That's a lot. So I think you're gonna wanna you could either like do the level harder so that you're just Kirby. Then you just have to file as a freelancer, which is probably pretty complicated. I don't know. I run a company. I don't have to worry about that. Or you can go through and do the level easy and then have to go through a whole tax process. And I feel like this is going to be a great game for speedrunners. You can have cool speedrun competitions of like some of the
How fast can you file Kirby's taxes?
Yeah, like you're gonna have people who are gonna be like, I'm just gonna beat the level without ever changing, and it's probably gonna take me like 20 minutes, but it'll be fine because tax process will be so easy. Drop down Kirby, no income this year. I'm good. I'm out and stuff. But you'll have other people who are like, okay, I'm gonna suck up the fire guy, and then I'm gonna suck up the chef, and then I'm gonna go do other stuff that Kirby does, and then you're gonna have to go through a lengthy tax process. But which one are you better at? You better at fighting dudes, or you better at W-2s?
Oh shit, that's the tagline right there.
What?
Are you better at fighting dudes, or are you better at W-2s? So the tagline.
What was your idea for the game name?
TurboTax.
Perfect. So that's the game. Thank you for Suburbanite Slob for submitting it. I like the Hitler game the best.
You would. I think Shark Fetus Battle Royale is the best.
Why?
You have to ask?
Yes.
What are we even calling the Hitler game? You need to name it.
Okay.
So, it's based off of like The Office, right?
Well, no. See, I
Kind
think...
of.
Well, no, I think you run a film studio and you can do it however you want. I would do mine like a mockumentary. You could... Maybe some people are going to make a film where it's the movie Space Jam, but starring Hitler instead of Michael Jordan, and they just lose. They just, like, the Looney Tunes lose because Hitler, and people are going to really dislike Hitler because of that. And also because he's Hitler and the horrible, horrible, horrible things he's done. But for some reason, they are there for that. They saw that and they still were not, against him. But I feel like if he made the Looney Tunes go away, that would be the straw that broke the back. I feel like I'm being the problematic one this time. I feel like it might be me this one.
I don't feel like there's a question about that. So I'm voting for Shark Fetus Battle Royale.
Can you give me a reason why it's good?
Because the name is amazing on its own, like right away, first of all.
Can I sell you on Food Fight?
We may have made that already. Like, I'm a little bit nervous.
I don't think... If we did, then it's Food Fight 2. And if we didn't, it's still Food Fight 2. Because then people are going to be really confused and it'll be hilarious because they're like, I need to play Food Fight 1. And that one might not exist. We don't know. We've made too many games.
Let's just call it Food Fight 5 to be safe. And then it's alliterative.
Exactly.
Or Food Fight 4. Food Fight 5? Food Fight 4? Food Fight 5. Food
I
Fight
kind of
14?
like, I don't know. Yeah. What if it's Iron Chef but with 100 people? And they all have to find their like they have to go get their stuff. They have to
If there's no battle royale at the end based with powers based on the type of food you made and consumed, I'm not part of this.
Okay, fine. But do they get Ooh, okay. Okay. Here's my idea.
And
Here
we're
is
remaking
my
this
idea
extra game.
for Food Fight. Okay, 100 players. It is Iron Chef competition. They have to go get their ingredients. Like, okay, round 1, we're doing tacos, and then everybody runs out of the stadium, and they have to go like find stuff to make tacos with. Maybe you'll go get a chicken. Maybe you'll go get a cow. Maybe you'll get like some like vegetarian stuff, whatever. Then you run back, and there's a timer the entire time. You have to both do it. You have to both prepare the meal and get the ingredients in the same time. And then the timer's up, and then everybody has to present their food. And based on how well they did, there will be weapons like out there, and the person who does the best gets like first pick of weapons.
Sure. And the weapons are all cooking utensils.
Sure. I mean, I think most people would pick the knives if that's the case.
Those people would be wrong.
Okay. What would you pick?
I would pick a spatula because you can put the knife through the hole in the spatula, and then you have a knife and a spatula.
I would love to see you ever try this, but I know you would not survive that encounter. So, Food Fight 5?
Food Fight 5.
Food Fight 5. We did it good. I'm actually proud of what it eventually became. And also the fact that it was not on our agenda.
Yeah. The fact that you just took my shark babies and you turned them into something they weren't.
You're the one who put hot sauce in the shark room.
I'm sorry, but it's all connected, I'm sure. Mama shark eats Tabasco. Baby sharks eat sharks.
Beckers, if people wanted to witness this horrible thing in real life, how would they do it? And by this horrible thing, I mean our podcast.
Oh, they could go to like lastgeek.com because they're all up there. They could go to iTunes because we're on iTunes.
No.
What? What are you asking me?
If they want to witness it in real life.
Oh, they want to come to like my house?
No. Hopefully not. Are you inviting people to your house?
Yeah. I have a pinball machine.
Okay. Well, if they're not able to make it to your house, is there a place that maybe both of us would be?
Oh, no. I'm just kidding. There is one. We're going to be at a convention. We're going to do a live show. And he's not bringing his soundboard.
Might bring my soundboard. I'd have to figure out how to... I could probably download one on an app. Okay. Becker's is not being the high enthusiasm deal. We are going to be at 2D Con in Minneapolis. It is a video game convention. We will have a panel August 25th. It's a Sunday at 12 p.m. Central. We'll be there. We're going to be doing this show live. And you can submit game ideas for that show. Put hashtag 2D GameMate Corp. That's a good hashtag.
Hashtag 2D GameMate Corp.
And then we will know that you will be there, and then we can say your game idea there, and then you can like wave, and we'll be like, "Hi, thank you." That'll be great. But you should come. You should submit game ideas for it, and you should come to it, and then we'll sign anything you want there.
Not anything.
We'll sign some things.
Keep your clothes on.
I'll be willing to sign a person, not necessarily anywhere on the person. I get to pick. You get to pick the object.
Your suggestions will be heard, but perhaps not honored.
Yeah.
That means if you ask me not to sign your face, I might not honor it.
Also, we have a merch store. Beckers, tell me about the merch store.
Oh no, I just bought a shirt there. You go to lastgeek.com/store and there's merch there.
Yep.
That's
like
all.
what?
There's a lot of stuff. There's stickers and magnets and shirts and
There's
leggings.
not magnets. There's not magnets.
There's not magnets, but there's shirts.
there's stickers, shirts,
hoodies.
There's hoodies.
And the shirts have tank top and t-shirt variations.
We also have posters and we have leggings.
And soon we'll have cats.
No. Are you selling your cats?
I want another dog.
Okay. If you have a suggestion for where Beckers, what kind of dog Beckers should get, where can people send that to you?
You can send that to me at twitter.com/drbeckers with a Z. Tell me what kind of dog to get because I don't know. I'm trying to think of what kind of dog I want to get. And you tell me there. Also, I stream at... What's that for? I stream. I'm going to stream today. So fight me. At twitch.tv/drbeckers with an S. And the reason that they're different is because there was some lady who took the Dr. Beckers with an S handle on Twitter, and she posted once in 2008, and never again. She has 0 followers, and she follows 0 people, and it's because of her.
Also, you should tell your friends to listen to this podcast, because I heard that if you become famous enough, Twitter will give you other people's Twitter accounts. And Beckers really wants that Twitter account. So please get people to listen to the show. If you know someone, if you ever see someone go, hey, I just started listening to podcasts. Do you know a podcast I should listen to? Tell them about ours. I don't care if they're like, I like mystery ones where there's about how a guy stabbed 20 people. We can talk about stabbing. I'm sure we have. There was talks of a spatula stabbing earlier. It'd be great. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Last Geek, Twitch Last Geek Plays, Instagram Last Geek Plays, and YouTube.com/Last Geek, where there's the video version of this podcast and Race at Gamecast. And also, I've started messing around with vlogs. There's a vlog on there. There'll also be a vlog of 2DCon. Beckers will probably be in it. And Let's Plays will go up there as well. So check that out. And thank you once again to all of our patrons and to our listeners for checking us out. But at the end of the day, I think it's important to remember to have fun.